ages. We're going to start the meeting November the 5th, 2024 meeting. We'll have the invocation by Mr. Hart, Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Fershner, and then roll call. Please stand.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the abundant grace and mercy you've shown towards us to allow us to come together to conduct the city's business. We thank you for blessing us to live in this beautiful part of your creation that we call Ocoee. Father, pray you help us to come in the spirit of unity. Even though we may disagree, let us not be disagreeable or disengaged from one another, but continue to work together as brothers and sisters. And as always, Father, we pray that you watch over our first responders. On every call, on every shift that they go on, remind their loved ones, as they watch over us, you will be watching over them. We're so careful to give you the praise, the honor, and the glory you do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Wilson? Here. Mayor Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Fershner?
Here.
Commissioner Oliver?
Here.
All right, we have some proclamations, and we'll have one here, Week of the Family. Whereas the city of Ocoee is blessed with a multitude of families as an essential part of the culture, social, and spiritual fabric of our community. And whereas the city of Ocoee Commission recognizes that strong families are at the center of communities, that children live better lives when their families are strong, and that families are strong when they live in communities that connect them to economic opportunities, social networks, and services. And whereas the theme for this year's Week of the Family is Families Better Together. And whereas we hope you will consider every day how you can be present with your family, your parents, siblings, and children, if you have them. And whereas during the week of November the 2nd through November the 9th, 2024, City of Ocoee residents should take the time to honor the importance of families and recommit to enhancing and extending the special connections that support and strengthen them. Now, therefore, the City Commission of the City of Ocoee does hereby declare the week of November the 2nd through the 9th, 2024 as Week of the Family in Ocoee, and I urge all citizens to share in the many festivities prepared for this occasion. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Ocoee, Florida, to be affixed this 5th day in November 2024. And we have this young lady here to accept.
Thank you.
You want to get some pictures?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Or we don't have a camera person here.
Tim's not here tonight. He's unable to be here.
Let's stand up behind here.
Yeah, I'll stand where you
We'll let you stand right in the middle, out there.
Okay.
Oh, here we got some pictures.
There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you, Victoria.
And
They have it, go to the mic.
To the microphone.
Go to the mic.
Yeah, say. I just want to say thank you to the City of Ocoee for being a wonderful place for families to live in every week, all year long, and just the kinds of activities you have, like the upcoming Jingle Jamboree and the Veterans Day ceremony and all the other wonderful things you do. And we are having a Mayor's Family Fun Day on Saturday, and I'll put some flyers for that outside the door. Maybe you can pick them up as you leave, and we hope that you'll come and be part of that activity. And so thanks again for everything and for the proclamation. We'll be proudly displaying it on Saturday and all year. We use them at our events.
Good.
Thanks again.
Good evening. I've had the pleasure over the years to be on the Park and Recreation Board as from the commission, but prior to that, I was on the Park and Recreation Board. And there was a member of the Park and Recreation Board that had given 34 years of service to the city of Ocoee by being on that board. That's the longest volunteer we have who's been on any advisory boards. And Gordon Applegate, and I'm going to ask for his family to come up. Gordon was unable to be here tonight as we planned this, but we're going to go ahead and present a plaque to the family. If you want to come up, we're going to get a picture. But we're also going to post a larger plaque. This is for the family, but we're going to go ahead and post a larger plaque at the skate park, at Central Park, and at Vandergrift Park. And we just can't, I just say, it warms my heart to be able to do this because of knowing Gordon, have been on serving with Gordon early on in those years, probably 20 years ago I served with him. And he's had dedication to the Parks Department, Recreation Department. And I think Cheryl's going to say a few words. Do you want to come over? Cheryl, did you?
I think Mark wants to say something.
Is Mark going to say something? And we have Mark Johnson, Dan Abido. They've been with Mark's director of parks. And again, Gordon had a special place in our heart for all these years. So I'm going to go ahead and ask.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners, Assistant City Manager. Well, Rosemary kind of said it all. Commissioner Wilson said it all. I've been here almost 49 years, living here, and Gordon's been a big part of our youth program since I've been here, from Little League to the Parks Rec Department. He was a big advocate for a skate park that we did get one last year, so that was this is where the plaque's going. So we're very, very happy to have him on the board for 34 years. So I was on 18 of my years. So that's a long time to volunteer. That's 3 decades worth of volunteer for the city. We just want to thank them, and we appreciate it. They want to say a few words. Cheryl?
Cheryl or
Michelle.
Okay.
My name's Michelle, and I am the daughter of Gordon Applegate. And I just want to say something on behalf of myself and my late brother. A father is neither an anchor to hold us back, nor a sail to take us there, but a guiding light whose love shows us the way. A father is the one friend upon whom we can always rely. My daddy was not born or raised here in Ocoee. Unlike my mama, he's not a generation-born Ocoee resident. He planted roots here and made Ocoee home 52 years ago. Daddy may not have born, my dad was born a Yankee, but my mom raised him Southern. My daddy has dedicated 43 volunteer years within this city. It started with Ocoee Little League, followed me to West Orange Girls Club, and my brother to Ishinru Karate. 34 of those years have been serving on the Parks and Recreation Board. He has volunteered countless years of being my chauffeur, a chaperone, a coach, a tour guide, a travel advisor, and on many vacations, and is a profound protector. I'm sure 46 years, I gave him gray hairs. There's not enough time in the day to express the gratitude I have for my daddy. He's the first man to have ever loved me unconditionally. My parents now have 3 generations of their own here in Ocoee. He has the titles of husband, father to me and my late brother Matthew, a grandfather to 4, Avery, Chelsea, O'Neill, and Derek. And I think the greatest of these titles is a great-grandfather to Lila and Luca. Thank you, Mayor, the commissioners, and the city of Ocoee for recognizing my daddy.
I'm speaking on behalf of my husband, Gordon Applegate. Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. I am deeply honored to accept this recognition for my volunteer work. I'm deeply honored to be recognized for this. This dedication is a testament to the incredible community we have, and I am truly grateful to be a part of it. Sorry that Gordon could not be here, but he is hopefully watching this. I set him up on his iPad to watch this live. So I hope he is watching this. And again, thank you, Mayor and Commissioners.
Just how many years have you put in? How many years have you been on board?
I told them combined
James, I'll tell you, is 84 years.
84
She's
years.
been doing at least 40 of those.
Yeah. I know. Great work, great work.
And here is the flag, which is a miniature version of what we posted. Here you go, Avery. What we posted at the skate park. So we hope we got everyone in here. Anybody in? Mark, everybody, okay? You love each other. I bet you love each other. Thank you so much.
Wonderful family. Thank you very much. All right. Next will be the recognition. Let's see here. Recognition, and we got that done. All right. We're down to staff reports.
Mayor, there's one item in front of you, and I'll have the city clerk update you on that Scrivener errors item.
Okay.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Before you is a memorandum that we had placed. It's from the police chief. At the last meeting on October 15th, there was an item, a staff report. It is attached to this memorandum. In the staff report in the background, the summary had mistakenly, there was a Scrivener's error, had indicated that there was a purchase of the Panasonic Tough Books, but it's actually a lease approval of the Panasonic Tough Books. The contract agreement that was attached was correct. That has been executed by both parties, but we wanted to notify the commission that there was a Scrivener's error. There's no change, no further action is required.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Public comments. I have two. Larry Johnson.
Yeah, I'm here regarding an issue with a lift station about 50 feet from my home. It's not the first time I've been here. I'm sure some of you recognize who I am. It's got a foul odor from it. It's been doing off and on, but it's more on now than it's off, and I would really like something done with it. This has been going on since it's been put in.
What's her name here? Just,
There was no public hearing on this, so I guess y'all didn't want no resistance putting it in or whatever, but I don't know. Something needs to be done.
we have
with
the
it.
lady. Is she still in the back?
Jen Bowling.
Jan Bolin, would you come up, please? It was, I don't know how long ago that's been, Larry. How long was it? You remember when you were here?
How long has it been put in?
I was not here when it was.
No, I know.
We did do odor control on the lift station. We did have a problem this week. We had the consultants out, and we are working on a solution.
I've been hearing that for about 2 years now.
Well, my understanding was the odor control unit has been working.
Let's see if she can get it. She's taking over out there now, Larry, Mr. Johnson, so we'll see. I know. We got to try to work to solve it. We'll keep trying, okay?
Yeah, 'cause I can't even sit on my back porch right now. The odor's so bad. Can't have nobody come over.
No.
This is ridiculous.
You have a card with you, Miss Bolin?
Yes, I,
Give him a card and make sure you get with
I've
him.
been hearing
so
it's
we can
gonna be
get this
fixed for
straightened
about
out.
2 years since they
yes, sir.
come out and started digging. We wasn't even notified of even getting in there till they just come out and started digging. I put up with the dust and the banging and my driveway blocked for 4 months, and then I gotta come up, put up with this for 2 years too.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No, I understand. We'll
I'll
have
take care
her
of it.
trying to work on it, all right?
Contact information.
Hopefully somebody can take care of it.
We'll make sure they try.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Jim Moyer. Go give him that card, please, before he gets out of the building. Mr. Moyer, go ahead.
Yes, good evening. My name's Dr. Jim Moore. I live in Arden Park. As you all know, today's election day. And on Thursday, excuse me? And on Thursday, the city of Ocoee is celebrating Veterans Day here at the Lakeshore Center from 11 to 12. On November 1st, the county celebrated Veterans Day. And I believe the city of Orlando is celebrating Veterans Day on Saturday, November 9th. I'd also like to mention that in addition to Week of the Family, that it's National Family Caregivers Month. And so I'd like to express my appreciation for all caregivers in all families. In addition, it's National Native American Heritage Month. And I'd like to say just a few things. You probably all learned it in history, but I'll say it anyway. So Columbus came over here. He thought he was in India. He thought he was in Asia. So he named the people here Indians. And we maintained that name for almost 500 years.
Saturday night at the function.
Vesputin came here, Americo Vesputin, and he, about 10 or 12 years after Columbus, realized that it wasn't Asia. It was a New World, he called it, a different continent. So originally, what we call Native Americans now, they came from East Asia, through Siberia, over the Bering Strait, and then eventually came down through Alaska and all the way to South America. So I'd just like to ask everyone to join me to celebrate National Native American Heritage Month. And thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Moore, Dr. Moyer, I'm sorry. All right. Consent agenda.
We have to make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Wilson to approve the consent agenda, seconded by Commissioner Kennedy. Any more discussion? No more discussion. Let's vote. Motion carries unanimously. All right. Down to the appeal hearing, quasi judicial. All right. That one's been pulled, right?
That, yeah, by the request, yes, by the request of the appellant, the item is being continued to January 7, 2025. This is an appeal of a determination by the Development Services Director that this particular applicant did not have vested rights to build a live local affordable housing project. And that will be before you all on January 7th, 2025.
All right. Is anybody here tonight that was wanting to speak on that? That didn't get the message that it's not tonight?
This is for the development of Park Road and
Yes, sir.
yeah, that's what I came for because I was very interested.
Yeah, they sent it out that it was canceled till January the 7th. Now, if you want to speak, I'll give you the 3 minutes.
Oh, that's too long, but I can only take a minute. If I can stand right here, everybody can hear me.
No, sir, you got to go over there.
All right.
You have to fill out a form, too.
I'll fill one out before I leave.
Okay. Thank you. Mayor Cal.
When our budget, remember?
Yes?
Y'all don't know, Rusty and I served in the same division in Vietnam.
Yep.
My name is George Bernard Gibson. The reason I came, I'm a resident of Admiral Point, and so I go down Clark and White Orlando Road, and I saw the development starting, and then I saw that it was rejected. Then I said we're going to have a hearing. So I'm concerned because where is our let me put it a different way. We need housing, and how can we reject a project where we're going to get more housing? So I didn't quite understand it. That's why I came to the meeting. That's the gist of my comments.
Okay. We'll see you again on January 7th.
You sure will.
All righty. All right. You through?
With that one.
All right. Now we're going to go down to the public here. We have no first readings of ordinance. We have no second reading of ordinance. We're going, Public hearing, number 15, first reading, transmittal, and public hearing of an ordinance for Ocoee Regional Sports Complex, large-scale comprehensive plan, future land use map, amendment from low-density residential and conservation to commercial, and corresponding text amendment to the future land use element. Zoning manager, there she is. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, commissioners, everybody. As the mayor mentioned, this is a large-scale comprehensive plan, future land use map amendment, and a corresponding text amendment. Just a little bit of background. The property is in the southeast corner of Ocoee Popka Road and Fuller's Cross Road. It's about 150 acres total, 9 parcels. It's currently vacant with some residential and agricultural uses, as you can see on this aerial map here. The surrounding future land use is generally low-density residential. The surrounding zoning is a mixture of city zoning and county zoning. As a little bit of history, a big portion of the property, the subject property, was designated by the city last year as a brownfield, and the purpose of that is to help accelerate the city's efforts to do environmental assessments and remediation, elimination of blight, and job creation. So this slide just shows what the applicant's asking for is to change 117 acres of low-density residential and 32 acres of conservation to commercial. And the what they're wanting to do, instead of the maximum per the future land use, they're also adopting the text amendment to limit the development to 0.4 FAR instead of 3.4 FAR, and a specific development program consisting of ball fields, 1.3 million square feet of commercial mixed use. That square footage is large because it also includes hotels, and about 1,200 hotel rooms, podium parking, surface parking, a river walk, and then text that limits the development to 17,960 net daily trips. The text also will limit the site by specific reference to the parcel IDs to creating a Northwest Activity Center, upholding some restrictions that rides with some of the properties, requiring the preparation of management plans and mitigation plans for any wetlands or environmental impacts, specific policies to limit the development program and to commit the properties to any agreements that's reached between the city and the developer. Again, limiting the FAR to 0.4 instead of 3, which is a big difference between 19 million to 1.3 million. The 17,960 external trips, and then formalizing commitments. So that is all adopted via text. So this slide very briefly shows the concept plan that they have. So north is to your right. It would include an indoor sports and fitness facility, a boutique hotel, vertical and horizontal mixed commercial, a new river walk that has pedestrian bridges, a football field, 13 sports fields, extension of a city road, a legacy field, which is like a ability inclusive field, and a hotel and amenities and entertainment area, and a contribution to the city for a new city park. Traffic, the team looked at traffic as far out as a 5% distribution of trips, so it extends to the northern limits of the city and well south of 50, State Road 50. The site will have 11 access points, so it will not just all feed onto Ocoee Popka Road. Because of the scale of the comp plan amendment, we looked at its consistency with the Florida statutes, specifically Chapter 163. We also looked to make sure it's consistent with the joint planning area agreement between the city and the county, consistency between internal elements of the comp plan, access and circulation, transportation, utilities, stormwater, environmental resources, including natural resources, as well as habitat and flora and fauna, and also public safety. The DRC met on this item on September 23rd. We discussed environmental protection strategies, the GAPA amendment, and commitments for transportation, and the DRC made a recommendation of approval. The PCC heard this item at their October 8th hearing. Following discussions regarding the timing of infrastructure, the location of access points, and the anticipated start date, the PCC also made a recommendation of 4-0 to unanimously approve the proposal. And with that, staff is also seeking an approval from the commission for the large-scale comp plan amendment and text amendment. And the next step would be, if the city commission approves it, would be to transmit it to the state for their review. And the applicant team is here, sir,
All
for
right.
their presentation.
I'm going to let the lawyer read the two items, and then we'll open the public hearing.
It's actually a single item.
Single item, okay.
All right, an ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, amending the City of Ocoee Comprehensive Plan as adopted in 1991 as amended, amending the future land use map of the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan to change the future land use map designation from low-density residential and conservation to commercial for certain real property containing approximately 150 acres, generally located in the southeast corner of the Fuller's Cross Road and Ocoee-Popka Road intersection, and amending provisions and policies within the future land use element, providing for and authorizing the revision of the official city future land use map, prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
All right, I'm going to open the public hearing. Anybody in the audience have any comments? I'm going to bring, you want to come up, James? You guys can talk. Your time. Commissioners, we can also ask them.
Good evening. Wanted to start off and not take up a bunch of time, but just wanted to start and thank everybody for their time and efforts on this venture. I know it's we're about 3 years into this project now, but we're seeing great growth, great possibilities for the city of Ocoee, and we just wanted to thank the citizens and everybody that's been involved. It's been a true honor, true blessing to see this through with you guys, and we're excited to share what our team vision is today. So thank you.
Anybody else have any comments there?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the board. For the record, Marcus Bastian, with AECOM representing the applicant, 150 North Orange Avenue, Suite 200. And we have a very brief presentation here for you tonight, if you would allow us. So before we begin, I could not start our presentation without acknowledging everybody in your staff, Mr. Mayor, not only Mike and Anoch, who helped us, from the beginning and guided us through this very long process, right? It feels longer than it should, but our interest has been to bring something to you that will be a world-class project, and I believe we're doing that. With me here tonight is the lead architect of the project, Zach Naraki, and he's going to be presenting next. Also, Dan Picard, and he's our partner with the Experience Design. And I'm sorry. Yes, well, but I'm sorry if I'm mischaracterizing what your role is, but, and also, of course, the Bontier team. So, also, before I continue, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to everybody in your staff, including the DRC staff that spent a lot of hours with us, making sure that we got everything on track. I obviously don't need to talk to you about the location, but the key thing about Ocoee, as you well know, is that the city is extremely well served by transportation regionally. We do have issues locally, and we're going to be working with you, and our transportation consultant is also here if we have any questions. But our proximity to Orlando, to the airport, and to obviously all the other theme parks is crucial, and also the fact that the city provides so much to the development. It was fitting that we saw so much tonight about families and about parks, because that's what this project is all about. The whole goal of the project is to create what it will be a world-class or a number one nationwide experiential destination for youth sports. Anybody here who has heard before Jamie and his team talk about this knows that it's all about elevating the level of youth sports experience. And the project has 17 multipurpose fields as it's designed today. It has gone a long way from our earlier conversations, when it was first started. We do have more than 1,100 rooms that there will be hotel rooms on the site, and almost 500,000 square feet of retail, restaurants, and entertainment and sports. And this is the reason I have those three indicators here is because in the end, they generate short-term construction jobs in excess of 9,000 jobs over the course of anywhere between 2 to 5 years, depending on how the tail end of the development with all the other improvements that will keep happening even after the project is completed extend. We have also, the project itself generates 3,000 direct jobs and another 2,000 indirect jobs in the local economy. And also, based on the modeled expenditures that we created for the project, and I have to say that that's actually quite a conservative estimate, it can generate up to $500 million in economic impacts for the region every year. So it's obviously a very significant project. I will stop here, but I'm going to give you to Zach so he can actually talk about the design and about, I'm sorry, I have one more slide, obviously. The project is based on your history and on the legacy, not only using the legacy of Ocoee, but trying to create a destination that will become one day part of the legacy of Ocoee to the region. And it's all about, as I mentioned, youth sports in a family-friendly environment that it will be built. Everything will be open to the community, and it will be it will create an experience that is for the entire family. And it's also based on the concepts of health and wellness and inclusivity and accessibility throughout the entire site. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Dan first. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having us here today. We're excited to share this future-forward, best-in-class experience that we're developing. We are going to merge youth sports, wellness, education, and family together to make a best-in-class experience for youth sports that's never been seen before, in a way that really will inspire the next generation, utilizing all of our skills of making best-in-class theme park experiences and best-in-class museum experiences to tie it all together in an educational experience that really connects and unlocks the athlete within us all. And we're going to do that by focusing on wellness, sports, and family all together. And the best way we've learned in making these experiences is we can actually make an experience that touches many people, that inspires like the next athlete or the next doctor, the next trainer, the whole ecosystem of sports, to inspire them, and then also learn a little bit about yourself as well. And I think this is the best way to do this, is to tie these all together in a way that we've never seen before. And I think we're really excited to showcase that vision with you in more detail.
Thank you, Commission. Good to be here tonight. So, of course, tonight we're here for the amendment to the zoning and transmittal to the state. But in parallel to that, our team's been working with city staff and with the development team for quite a few months now, and want to share a little bit of that. And we have a short animation. So I'm going to go through some imagery, some pictures of the site very quickly, and get right into that, so y'all can kind of understand a little bit more of what's happening while these transmittals are going ahead. So here you can see a site plan. There's a little bit more color, show a little bit more of that life and that landscape canopies that will be added to the site, adding to the concept plan that was previously shown. Here's a view looking south of the site, just high level. We have the North Hotel kind of to the left there. The larger structures then step down as we get closer to the residential close by into an entertainment district that follows through to the podium district and to more of your retail and dining and entertainment, following along that spine and that river walk through the center of the site, and connecting to a food hall concept, as well as our more luxury and boutique district. Here's a view of the front and the north side of that North Hotel. A view of the poolscape leading off to the fields. You can see the championship field there right in alignment to the Welcome Center and to the pool decks as part of the hotels. Here you can see kind of a sectional view, so arrival to that North Hotel will actually be on the second floor, giving kind of that outlook using the view of the fields and some of the beautiful treetops in Ocoee as kind of that vista off through the Welcome Center. A view looking north up at those hotels as the backdrop to the sports fields. And you can see how the sports fields and the district all kind of become in one. It's a very pedestrian-friendly zone. All the cars get put away in garages, and it's a family-friendly environment as has been described. There you can see part of the Riverwalk and into that podium district. And you can see also within that district, there is more entertainment for folks. That's why we have Dan and experts in the industry. Things like spray fountains and different interactives. It's not just a strip retail center. It's much more than that, very, very much experiential retail. And a few more views of what that could look like. Towards the south side of the site, we have the 200-room boutique hotel and the indoor sports facility. So with that, I'll transition back to Marcus, and he's going to get a short animation so you can see a little bit more the scale and how we're going to integrate everything. Thank you.
Just before closing our presentation, I would like to not remind any of the members of the board, but anybody in the public that might be seeing this for the first time, that tonight we're not voting on the entire site plan, right? Tonight is just a transmittal hearing for the future land use change to the state. So obviously, there will be many more discussions about the project itself and about the site plan, everything you just saw. Our interest with this presentation tonight was just to make sure that we always put all the information we have available to the public as soon as possible, as early as possible, so everybody can be informed and have an idea of everything that we are going to be pushing forward in the next few months. So thank you, and Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to reserve any time we have left for questions and answers.
All right, I'm going to let the commissioners, if they have any questions or anything, and we'll close the public hearing and bring it up to the dais. So, commissioners, anybody have any comments?
I think that's great, what you just said about putting out as much information as soon as possible. I've heard a lot of speculation, and I think getting the accurate story out early is important. So thank you, and I hope you continue to do that.
Thank you.
Any other commissioners?
I think that the public at large, we're highly anticipating this project. So the feedback that I've been receiving over the past few years is that we're waiting on this, and we are excited. The community is excited to see this project come to fruition. You guys have done an awesome job just getting us this far, and I know city staff has definitely been there with you guys, hand in hand. So kudos to our city staff, along with the Montier staff, to bring us to where we are now and to propel us into the future for this project.
Will this be the largest sports complex in the country?
So the largest all-inclusive destination sports complex in the country, yes. I mean, there's other complexes with just fields, but that doesn't serve indoor fields and commercial use. So we've created this as a destination where families don't have to choose between going to a sports event or to a destination vacation. They can have it all in one. They could come park their cars in the city of Ocoee and enjoy family-friendly events. And this is a first of its kind destination stop like that in the country, yes, absolutely. And we truly feel that this is going to change the way travel sports is going to be approached in the future. It's very convenient, it's cost effective, it cuts family costs dramatically, and we'll share that with everybody on over the next six months on how that's going to be accomplished. But we're very proud of what we've done there to achieve these goals that we set out for.
I think that's fantastic. You've done a wonderful job. Central Florida is the destination spot for everything. So you've just created another destination in Central Florida for the entire country to come and enjoy. It's fantastic.
Well, I tell you, it's the work you guys have done with the city, the community you guys have built, the community that Central Florida has put together that brings people here. We love it here, and it's just such a blessing that we have the opportunity to bring this to you guys. So we truly appreciate it.
Commissioner Wilson.
I'm impressed. We've been going through this for quite a while. And I guess it will also be available for the local residents to come out and go to the food courts,
It's
amenities.
completely inclusive to local residents. There's no charge for anybody and everybody to come enjoy the complex at any time. So we wanted to make it somewhere where everybody in the local residents, Central Florida residents, to come and feel a part of something. We always say it's the feelings people get from these locations that they remember forever. It's not what they purchase or the home run they hit. It's the feelings they get from those items, and we didn't want to leave anybody out of that situation. So we've made it to where any time there's not a big event going on, the city of Ocoee is going to have access to the fields, and they're going to have access to the indoor space. I know I spoke with you guys about this, so we want to make sure the city of Ocoee truly takes advantage of this situation and benefits greatly from it. So.
Well, I'll say you picked the center of good living, so that's good.
Exactly.
So, Ocoee. Well, I like I said, has it been 3 years? I mean, it doesn't seem.
Since I stepped foot and started conversation, it's been November.
I will say that.
November of '21.
I will say that your organization has been a pleasure for our staff. I know I've talked to staff, been in some of the meetings, and our staff has said it's a pleasure working with your staff and working with you guys to do what we're doing. I think the city of Ocoee is an amazing thing because the youth sports is a big problem, not a problem, it's a big thing that we do here in our city, and we have a great place for it here with the road systems and all, and it works out perfect for people to come to Ocoee and spend their time and with the ball units, and also having the restaurants and the shops and stuff there too. So the other main thing is jobs. It brings in jobs for our citizens, and local, not just in Ocoee, but around the area. West Orange County will be sitting in a position here for a lot of jobs, and that's a good thing too. So we really, truly appreciate what you've done and what's going to be done. I was up in Myrtle Beach last week before last, and I went by their place where they're putting in a sports place there on one of the main roads there. But they don't have the same road systems that you got here. So also, and I just tatted into there where I know people's running in their minds about traffic. The traffic's been working on at the same time. That's going through the process. They've been working on that already. They will take over, through coming down the West Road all the way down to the Silver Star Road will be a 4-lane highway. They're working on that. That's county road, but they're working on taking that road, the city is, and then they'll be widening the road to 4 lanes. So some of the problems with traffic will be addressed in all that time as we go through the process. Once again, Jamie, I appreciate it. Thank you for you and your family and your staff. We appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
All right, let's get down to the business. Anybody else? Not, I need a motion for the amendment.
I'll make that motion.
All right, you need him to read it out.
Okay.
You got it on your paper or not? He can read
That's
it.
for the first reading. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the public hearing. I make the motion for the first meeting, transmittal, and public hearing of ordinance of the Ocoee Regional Sports Complex, large-scale comprehensive plan, future land use map, FLUM, amendment from low-density residential and conservation to commercial, and corresponding text amendment to the future land use element.
All right.
That's the
I'll
motion.
second.
Seconded by Commissioner Kennedy. Any more comments? No more comments. Let's vote. Motion carries unanimously.
Can I make one more comment? I also want to thank AECOM, MDSX, and all the teams that's went into this. It's been a huge, huge nationwide effort. We have teams from New York City to LA to Boston working on this complex, and I want to give a special shout out to everybody that's outside of the city of Ocoee that has put great effort into this, and all the local contractors that's reached out. We're really excited to work with you guys once we get there. So
Appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. All right. Good job. Good job. All right. We're down to the comments from commissioners. Commissioner Kennedy?
No comment.
No. Commissioner Wilson?
Yes, first of all, I need to apologize. We have some members here from the Park and Recreation Board that we did not bring up when we did the presentation for Gordon. I'd like to just mention that we have Jim Moyer, Jane Rainier, who is our chairperson, Brad Lomnick. I don't think I'm missing anyone else who was here. I'm sorry we didn't get you up here during the presentation, but hopefully when we actually put the tribute on the park, we'll have something done there. So, thank you.
Before I go ahead, can you wait? Just don't get out of here before we have a picture with the commissioners and you guys before you leave. Is that okay? All right. Commissioner Ferstner.
No, I don't have any comments.
All right, Commissioner Kennedy. I mean, Commissioner Oliver. I'm starting on the wrong end. Who does?
Just a thank you for the city staff on working on Clark Road and Claricona Ocoee Road, working with the county to get the left turn signals going north and south. They're there now. They're not operational, but they should be operational pretty soon. And the staff responded from the last meeting to this meeting. They responded swiftly and got that, and they made it happen. And we've already starting to see some lane the traffic on Clark Road start to shift a little bit. That lets us know that we're almost done with that project. So be patient. It's coming. And thank you, staff, so much for your help. And that's all I have. I will leave you with this. Keep a tight security on the gates of your mind so that only positive thoughts are allowed to enter and only words of wisdom are allowed to exit. Thank you.
All right. The City of Ocoee has the City of Ocoee Veterans Day ceremony will be held this Thursday, November the 7th, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Ocoee Lakeshore Center, 125 North Lakeshore Drive, Ocoee. Family Movie Night and Community Market will be held on Friday, November the 15th, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Bill Breeze Park, 125 North Lakeshore Drive. Stuff the Police Car Toy Drive will be held Saturday, November the 16th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Walmart, 10500 West Colonial Drive. One other thing I'll say before we're done here. I think I mentioned to you a long time ago, but I want to say it again. We had a mayor here named Tom Ison, 20 years. He dropped dead, young guy, coming in the house, fell over dead, heart attack. His whole pretense was ball fields for kids on the north side of town, on the west side of town. He had a dream of doing the minor league teams, which this is not the minor league, but it was all about putting in baseball and all on. So this was a perfect place for it. And once again, thank you. Appreciate it. He would be a happy fellow. Thank you. What did you have?
I just want to say that tonight we approved the funds for the holiday decorations, and we're hoping that we have a positive response from the community as we updated the decorations that will be going up. And
we're at the realm of the Duke energy.
yes, we are, but these decorations, we did upgrade them, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping that everyone will appreciate the changes that we made. And don't forget the Jolly Jamboree on December 14th.
All right, so let's end the meeting and get up and take a picture.
Yes.
Thanks to everybody for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you.